Sadly, the recording for this video has gotten corrupted, but I still wanted to post it for the person's character so they can get some information on their character and such. So, enjoy, I guess. Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Character Review. And today we are going to be reviewing this girl named Yuna by Kawaii Everything, who is a ram. She's adorable. I find her adorable. Her design is very cute and very simple. So to start off, we look at the design. It's very basic. It's a little blonde person with ram horns and a tail. Jeans, tank top, and sneakers. I mean, there's not much to her, but she's very cute. I like her design. I do think that she could have something more. I feel like she's missing something. Like, she's too basic, it feels. Because I understand she's supposed to be like some type of ram, but at the same time, it just feels like a human with horns and a tail. What I would recommend is possibly, if it's supposed to be like some type of ram, or that's what you said in your bio, that it was supposed to be a ram, maybe have her look more like an animal than just giving her horns and a tail. If she has a tail, then why isn't her legs more ram-like? Or her arms? Why does she have normal human feet? Why does she stand on two legs? Like, there's simple questions that could be asked and small things that could be changed to her. Let's read her bio. Yay, persona/ram mom. What? I use her for role-playing with my friends mostly, so like ram mom. Strange. Name, Yuna. Age, 21. She doesn't really look like she's 21 in this picture. She looks like a kid because it doesn't state if she's male or female, but they refer to her as she, so I'm gonna go with she. But the thing is she looks like a guy. I would recommend to you to work on your anatomy and basic proportions, but it looks like you made this in MS Paint with line tools, so what I would recommend is probably working on not using line tools, using the mouse by itself. And I understand that's hard to do, but with time and effort, you'll get used to it. Backstory. Keep in mind this will probably change as I develop the character. Yuna was born in New Zealand. Tapo. Sorry if I butchered that. She was normal for quite a long time, but her parents noticed some changes. Yuna would laze around more, despise me, and became much more louder than before. That's bad English. What I would recommend is saying she became louder. Then something surprising happened. One fateful day, she felt something on her head. They were nubs. They felt like horns. She freaked out. Yuna tried her best to hide them, but they got bigger and bigger and bigger. And before long, she got a fluffy tail to match her ram-like horn. Her family found out eventually and were actually scared of her, so she drifted farther and farther away from them and eventually moving to America. She goes on her days mainly secluded in a lakefront cabin in Oregon, not far from the town. Okay, the tail doesn't make sense to me because you can't just grow it. There's a few things in this that I would like some answers. What I would recommend to you to explain is, 1, why is she gaining these horns and the tail? 2, explain why her parents were afraid of her, because usually if your kid is starting to grow horns or a tail, they wouldn't become afraid. I would feel they would become more worried, and they would go to doctors, they would go to hospitals, they would try to figure out what's going on instead of just abandoning their child. And other than that, she's pretty cool. I do think that if she lives in Oregon, that she wouldn't be wearing tank tops all the time. I feel like she could match a little more to her environment. If you could do that, that would probably work better. Let's keep reading. Little facts. After finding a gecko while camping, she has been inseparable from it. Usually when she gets mad, she'll ram her horns into something, usually a wall or a couch. Her gecko was a green jeweled one native to New Zealand and somehow survived hitching a ride in her suitcase on her way to America. Oh, That's cute. If you're gonna have the like little like gecko, draw it in, and it's like gonna be significant to put it in the bio, then I would recommend drawing it in the ref so that people can draw it with your character, then she's inseparable from it. And she lives in a lakefront cabin, so I feel like she would be definitely not be wearing tank tops. She would be wearing sweatshirts, she would be wearing coats. I feel like she would be wearing other things, because usually cabins are in the woods, and you wouldn't really wear a tank top. I would recommend that, and I would recommend her to look more like an animal, like a goat or something, with her legs or with her arms, because I know there's a lot of stories of people just gaining horns, and that's pretty normal, and they still look like humans, I've seen those, but gaining a tail, a fluffy tail, and nothing else happening seems kind of off. But, you know, you don't have to take any of my advice. I just think that is how this could improve. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.